in this Instagram, social media era that we're living in, it's important to realize that we are more than filters. We are more than hashtags. And so I'm really excited to have Dr. Shuba Dharmana here, who is someone that I've known for quite some time. She's an amazing cosmetologist. She's a very seasoned, very highly respected doctor, and one of the top 10 in India. And I've actually seen her at work, and I've seen how she not only works with the individual on the aesthetic end of how they're trying to improve, how they look, she goes and digs in deeper, because cosmetics are not just about what's on the outside. The reason why it's manifesting itself on the outside a lot of times is because of the work or the ill work that we're doing on the inside. And so I've seen her literally talk the talk, walk the walk, run the run. She truly embodies beauty both on the inside and on the outside. So, Dr. Dharmana, I'll leave it up to you now. Thanks.
Coco Chanel once said, "Nature gives you the face that you have at 20, but it's up to us to merit the face that we have at 50. Isn't that true? How many of you all agree with me that our food has a lot to do with the way we age? Well, most of us. Yes, but there's a lot more to this than food, and I'll get to that in a bit. But first, I have to thank ICC and Dr. Amit Vaidya for inviting me here on the stage at this beautiful event, Detox in the City. Welcome. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm a cosmetic dermatologist and a hair transplant surgeon. But like Amit said, our beauty has a lot to do with the general condition, the medical condition, the nutrition, everything else that we put into our bodies. So let me try and break this down, giving you a medical perspective. So there are various stressors that are causing a lot of damage in our body. And of course, there's the environmental pollution and radiation that we can do very little about. Sunlight ages us quite a bit. There are the harmful UV rays, which cause pigmentation, wrinkles, lines, as well as a loss of collagen, sagging in the skin. Our nutrition, the way we eat our food, what we eat, the quantity of food really determines, and the other substances that it brings along with it, which is the food additives, the coloring substances that are added to it, the fertilizers and whatnot, that do a lot of damage to our body. Of course, smoking, alcohol, a sedentary lifestyle, as we all know, and sugar, stress, and a lot more other factors. So how food impacts our general health, we all know that food has a lot to do with the way our general condition is. Of course, there are issues like weight gain and obesity, and that leading to metabolic syndromes, heart disease, strokes, cancers, arthritis, gallbladder disease, and a lot more associated with that. But food is also causing inflammation. All those stresses that we mentioned also causing inflammation in our system. Now this inflammation is like, it's a war zone inside our body. Everything is ready to fight everything that is, because we're constantly putting in toxins into our body. There's an accumulation of toxins. It's a war zone. Now, when the condition is like that, obviously your skin is also going to reflect the same. Your skin is going to look very dry, dehydrated, dull, rashes, allergies, intolerances. You're going to have wrinkles, lines, loss of collagen. And the hair is also going to reflect the same. You have dull, dry scalp, itchy scalp, redness, weak hair, brittle hair, split ends, eventually hair loss, and of course nail changes as well. Food is definitely linked to our skin health, and they've done various studies have proven this. They've tested a group of people who were put on a healthy diet and a group of people who were put on a placebo. And what have they noticed in a few weeks? The group that was put on a healthy diet actually had changes in the skin, and that include included increased firmness of the skin, better hydration, improvement in the lines, improvement in the collagen, in the skin quality, and the overall appearance. So what type of food are we talking about? So generally and broadly speaking, we should try and put in food that is least toxic to us, so that creates the least amount of toxins. So we're talking about organic food that comes with less, obviously, use of fertilizers. And how do you wash your vegetables and fruit? Do you all wash your vegetables and fruit? It's important. And the way we wash it, you need to wash your fruit and vegetable under running tap water. Or you can also wash it in diluted vinegar, which takes off all the waxy substances that have been added to it, the synthetic substances, the coloring substances. We're also looking at locally sourced food, because the more that the food travels from its place of origin, the lesser nutrients it has. So imported food has little or no value. And also looking at the macronutrients, which are your carbohydrate, protein, fat, and your micronutrients, which are the vitamins and the minerals that we all need to function. So coming to the macronutrients, carbohydrate. Well, after fats, today carbohydrates is receiving a lot of flack. There are a lot of nutritionists, fitness experts, and dieters going low carb, no carb. So really, to carb or not? What are carbs? Carbs are nothing but sugars. These are converted to sugars in your body, whether it is simple carbohydrate or complex carbohydrate. Eventually, it turns to sugar, and that spikes your insulin levels. Simple carbohydrates are, of course, more easier for your body to break down and convert to sugar. And the body needs to convert us to sugar because it needs energy. Sugar is a source of energy. Simple carbohydrates, some examples are your biscuits and your cakes and just things that are easy for your body to convert to sugar. The problem with this type of carbohydrate is that it gives you very little time. And if you're already loaded, when you've taken in enough amount of sugar and the body is unable to utilize it, it's going to store it in your liver and in your muscle. And when the glycogen stores are overloaded in your muscle and your liver, it's obviously going to store it as fat. And that's the problem with carbohydrate. Complex carbohydrates are a little better in the sense it gives you more time for the insulin to spike. It's also eventually converted to sugar. So as long as you're maintaining a physically active lifestyle, you will be able to utilize the energy that the carbohydrates provide. Carbohydrates are present in all the grains, millets, fruit and vegetable. And fruit and vegetable is a really good source of carbohydrate because it also comes with fiber and minerals and vitamins. Now coming to protein. Protein, we know, are the building blocks of our life. The proteins are broken down into amino acids. There are 22 different types of amino acids. Usually 12 of them are essential amino acids that our body needs to take from the food. So it depends on us to give it that food. The rest the body can make by itself. So there are the plant source of protein and then the animal source of protein. The plant sources are called a little incomplete because they do not have all the essential all the essential amino acids. That comes from food sources such as nuts, seeds, soybean. And from the animal sources is considered more complete because they contain most of the essential amino acids that we require. These are the milk, the cheese, the eggs, the fish, seafood, meat. So protein is required because it is like I said, it is the building blocks of life. It makes us grow. If you want to keep muscle, if you want to grow muscle, strengthen your muscles, then we need protein. So it keeps you lean muscle mass. And the other thing with protein is if you take an excess amount of protein, it doesn't store it. 50% of it is utilized and 50% is eliminated. So that's another good thing with protein. Fat. Fat, there's a lot of confusion about fat. Previously, we all thought fats were bad and it was something that makes us fat, but it's not really so. Fats are also essential to our metabolic functions. A lot of our hormones and enzymes do not work very well if they do not have the essential fatty acids. Fats are broken down to fatty acids in our body. So fats are also present in some important organs, most of our organs, but really present in high concentration in our brain, in our nervous system, and in the retina and the eyes. There are polyunsaturated fats as well as the saturated fats, and our body needs both of them. The essential fatty acids are the omega-3 and the omega-6. I won't go into a lot of detail about this, but it's just that omega-3 is considered far more beneficial than omega-6. There's a ratio between them that we have to maintain. It's just basically eating more of omega-3 than the omega-6. Omega-3 has benefits. It reduces the inflammation that is going on in the body. And omega-3 mainly is contained in animal sources, such as fish, seafood, sometimes even meat. The plant sources are flax seeds and chia seeds, but they mostly lack some of the essential omega-3 fatty acids that we need. So the vegans and vegetarians need to take care of this aspect. They can look at microalgae sources to source the omega fatty acids. Omega-6 is the oils, the sunflower oil, fried food, fries. So this is present a lot more in the Western diets. Well, I can't say that anymore. We eat equally good amount of fried food. So the omega-6. So if you're taking more of the omega-6 in your diet, that means you're canceling the beneficial effects of omega-3. So just beware of that. More of omega-3 and less of the omega-6. Fiber is also important in our body. Fiber is of two types. There's a soluble type and then there's the insoluble type. The soluble type of fiber binds to the food and makes the process of metabolism, it delays it. It just gives it more time for the body to digest it. So if you're looking at a diabetic should include more fiber in their food. A diabetic just drinking a glass of orange juice is immediately going to convert it to sugar and his insulin is going to spike, which is not good for him. But if he has orange with its skin and the fiber, then it's not going to cause an immediate spike in sugar because it's binding to the fiber and that gives him more time to digest it. The insoluble fiber is also important because it adds roughage to the diet and forms the bulk. So both of them are really important for the gut health. Antioxidants, we all know they're present in abundance in colorful vegetables and fruit, but what are they really? We've talked about the toxins created in our body. So what the toxin does is it produces something called free radicals in our body. So this free radical is a very unstable molecule that binds to our protein, it binds to our cell membranes, binds to our DNA and basically damages it. So these are irreversible damages that are occurring to our body, which makes us age, and which causes disease. So the antioxidants bind to the free radicals and do not let that damage happen. So it is actually reversing some of the signs or some of the changes that are being caused by the toxins. So they are good. And you have them plenty in colorful vegetables, fruit, berries, green teas, etc. Vitamin D. Vitamin D has a very unique synthesis in the body. It's not just about giving the vitamin D food, but the skin basically needs sunlight to be able to convert this into vitamin D. But we also need to take care of the harmful effects of the UV rays. So generally speaking, 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock is when we should try and avoid the sunlight as much as possible because that's when you feel the harmful rays of the UV radiation. 7 to 10 in the morning is the best time to get out and do your outdoor activities as well as make enough vitamin D. So vitamin D is mainly found in foods such as cheese and dairy products, and this is something that vegans, again, will start lacking. So they will have to look at food that is fortified with vitamin D or look at vitamin D supplements. We human beings follow a circadian rhythm. That means we differentiate between the daytime and the nighttime. So the light sensors that are present in our retina respond to the sunlight, and they tell our brain, they send signals to say to wake up. And the same happens at night. When we don't sense light, then the brain tells us to sleep. If we don't follow the circadian rhythm, if you're keeping a light switched on in your room, let's say in the middle of the night, it's going to affect the quality of your sleep. They're all related. Your hormones are related to this, the circadian rhythm, the melatonin hormone. This effect is also seen in the night shift workers who suffer the most, and it has, so it shows, it reflects in the general health, the energy levels, the mood, causes weight gain and aging. There are a lot of collagen supplements on the market. Do we take them or not? So collagen has been shown in studies that it can increase the thickness of the skin, the smoothness of the skin, the hair, the glow. So yes, collagen has some beneficial effects. The marine collagen supplements basically help the skin and the hair, and the bovine origin of supplements usually help the cartilages in the joints. Detox. Again, so do we detox or not? So this is all about detox in the city. So let's, I really believe that there's a powerhouse of detoxification system in our bodies, which is your liver and your kidneys, and there are many other organs. Of course, your lungs and your skin also detox. But you know, they are so powerful that they can do the job. But modern integrative medicine says that we are overloading our bodies with so much toxins, and with poor health conditions, our body is not able to keep up with the rate of toxins that are accumulating. Hence, it is important to detox every once in a while. So what kind of detox foods do you choose for this? You choose food that has the least amount of toxin. So obviously the naturally occurring food, the organic food, and try and keep 1/3 of this food raw when you're detoxing. Previously, we preferred to detox by fasting, the master cleanses diet, which I'm not in favor of. But today we know that even for proper detoxification, the body needs good nutrients. Hence, we need to give it the nutrients that it needs. Skin also detoxes, by the way, and it detoxes by way of producing sweat. So the sweat is taking out all the toxins, and the best way that you can sweat is with exercise. And of course, there are also infrared saunas if you want to do that. So really, there are a lot of diets out there: ketogenic, Paleolithic, intermittent fasting, vegan lifestyles. So which one do you choose? Something that is sustainable, that can be part of your lifestyle, because I don't look at diet as something that is temporary. It has to become part of your lifestyle, something that is sustainable. So what is skin food then? So skin food is really, you know, all the slides that we've talked about. Yes, I can talk about carrots and berries, but really it's the general condition of your, the health that also reflects beautiful skin. So yes, it's a balanced diet with macros and micros and antioxidants and fiber, a lot of water, hydration, the right supplements, vitamin D, stress, sleeping well, exercise. It's all of that. Thank you. I hope I've been able to impart or break down some of the myths surrounding nutrition.
Thank you, Dr. Shuba.